Congratulations to Erling Haaland. Why wouldn't he enjoy that moment, following in his father's footsteps?
Well, I would, but it took me a year to score my first goal.
I was going to bring that up.
No, it's a massive step for him, especially for his confidence. Like Michael said, he's probably one of the best finishers there are at the minute. And to hit the ground running like that with the amount of games coming up, especially in the Premier League, which is the toughest league in the world, it's a great start.
And his demeanour, his personality, nothing phases him. You can tell that, can't you, Paul?
No, such a young player as well, so confident. I mentioned Ruud van Nistelrooy twice before. It reminds me so much of him, such a ruthless finisher. When he gets through, you feel he's going to score, and you feel he's not going to give the keeper a chance. Even looking at his penalty, he was so certain about it, just to step up and bang straight into that bottom right-hand corner. And look, it was a great debut. As I said, I thought it might take a bit of time. I was slightly wrong again. But this lad's got real quality, and he's goal scorer. His movement. Imagine playing behind him as a midfield player.
Well, give us an insight. I mean, you had Van Nistelrooy, so he obviously scored twice on his Premier League debut, ironically.
There wasn't just Ruud. There was Michael, Ian Wright as well. There was so many brilliant. Andy Cole. You got to have some kind of relationship. It's funny, you look at the United game, there's no relationship between the midfield and attack. You look at them relationships straight away, De Bruyne, Foden, Grealish, Gundogan, into Haaland. That's what makes a team tick. It makes a team play good football. Getting them relationships are so important. And look, it doesn't take long either. You think he's only been there 3 or 4 weeks. When you're a clever player, when you know as a midfield player, you only need to see him for a couple of days. You see what movement, see what he's got, see how quick he is, know where to put the ball. It's just a dream to play behind. And this team, I don't think goal scoring was their problem, but they will score a lot more goals with this level in the team.
You've spoken to me many times about that relationship, particularly you had with Gerrard for a couple of seasons, where you didn't even need to look at him. You knew the ball was coming in. And he's shown signs of that straight away today, hasn't he?
He has. And Scholesy touched on it, though. It doesn't take long. With great players, they're not great players because they're, bigger or stronger. It's that. It's what's between your ear makes a great player, between your ears. And as soon as you get two players on, on a par, on a level, on an understanding, because bear in mind, you can't speak on a pitch. You're 30 yards away with 80,000 people. You can't hear it. It's all about the looks they give you, what they do. The little eyes, the little shimmies, the body angles, the tiny little things that don't give the game away to your opposition, but just a little sign, Scholesy, I'm about to go. I'm not going yet, but he knows I'm about to go because I've given him a little sign, or the way I've come off suggests that I'm not wanting it to feet. It's the tiny little signs, and great players have just got that. And straight away, as soon as you play alongside other top players, you just get that chemistry straight away. And I know we all talk about, they've got to practice in training and more and more and more, and it's the stock answer because you've got to be respectful for everyone and things like that. But that's just the greatest evidence of all time. Straight away, playing with great players, he plays well automatically. So it's just a match made in heaven at the moment.
It's all in the eyes. It's in the eyes.
Yeah.
Honestly, you don't. As Michael said, you can't really hear each other. You can't speak. You're 30, 40, 50 yards away sometimes. Okay, sometimes you're closer and you may speak a little bit, but just a little look at each other, and you both know you're both on the same level because you've been doing it in training. And I'd say, as Michael said, it doesn't take long. 2 or 3 days with a forward, you know what he wants.
And because he's so good, Sean, and because the players around him are so good, this is what the guys are saying. That connection is virtually there straight away.
Yeah, I thought, like Paul said, I thought it may have took him a little bit longer after seeing the Community Shield game. I thought it wouldn't have happened this weekend, maybe next weekend or the weekend after. But like you said, when you're clever and you have that football IQ, you just get on with it. I remember when I was first coming through at City, and I was only a young lad, and as you said, I used to just dribble everywhere. And I was playing with Al Berkovic, and he just said to me, just give me the ball, run, you don't need to shout. And he used to give it back to me one touch all the time, and then we just built a relationship where I didn't even need to have the ball, that I knew he wanted me to run in behind the fullback so he can pass that ball in between the centre-back and fullback, and it worked for years.
All round today for Erling Haaland, just before he came up. You've had a close look at him. What apart from the goals, what impressed you the most?
I loved every part of his game, the variety of his game, Steve, you know, coming short here, his lovely first touch, keeping the ball, and then not just switching off, not thinking you've done your job, but he's ready for the next one as well. Always on that edge, always on the back line, getting into dangerous positions in the box. You know, here he sort of peels off, he gets in between the two centre-halves, Foden inches away from a perfect cross. And again here, as soon as he knows Jack Grealish is in good possession of the ball, spinning, running in behind, Jack really should have passed him the ball there. That was a big opportunity.